Hey everyone, happy weekend, happy Saturday today at the time of the recording. This is a spend the Saturday with me, so happy Saturday, welcome back to the channel. If you've not been here before, a very warm welcome to the channel. Wherever you are, I really hope the weather's better than where it is where I am, because it is bleak, it's horrible, it's grey, it's cold, it's damp, it's wet. Damp and wet is the same thing, isn't it? This time of year, I can't get on board with it. What I do like about autumn and October and November, and to be honest, October's just ended, so that's over. So all I now have to really cling on to is November for what I'm about to say. No, it doesn't even happen in November. I love it when you see all the trees going orange, those golden colours, absolutely beautiful, especially where we live, around the estate. What I will say about where I live is you walk round and we have loads of beautiful trees. I sound like such a pensioner, but we do. I do take note of it. And this time of year in particular, when they all go orange, you get some beautiful reds, magenta. It's absolutely beautiful. Besides that, I just can't get on board with when the clocks change. 4:30 now, it's almost pitch black. You'd think it's... I was driving last night when I was driving. Last night, wasn't even last night. Yesterday afternoon when I was driving home from wherever I'd been, it was like 4:30, 5-ish, and it felt like midnight. It felt like it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's a little bit of me, there's a tiny bit of me that thinks, yeah, that is quite cozy actually, that's quite nice, especially when you're all like wrapped up at home in your jumpers, if you're laying on the sofa, kind of got a blanket over you, watching a film, and it's all dark outside. Don't get me wrong, I do think that is a vibe, but I don't think the bit of me that thinks that is a vibe is a big enough bit of me to say, let's change the clocks. Why don't we, going forward, might start a petition. Do you think we should just not change the clocks? As I say, this vlog is going to be a spend the Saturday with me, which is, to be honest, it's a pretty chilled Saturday. I've got a few little bits and bobs that I'm going to be doing at home when I get home from the gym very shortly. But tonight, I am out going for a Chinese in town with some friends, a couple of which I have not seen in quite a few years. So that'll be a nice little catch up. We're going to Frinds tonight, which I only went to for the first time a couple of weeks ago. This is quite funny. Becca, if you're watching this, you'll know exactly what I'm about to say. So I am a little bit funny about, I do like Asian food, but I have to be in the mood for Asian food. And to be honest, I'm not into sushi, not really into Japanese. I like a Chinese, but when I say I like a Chinese, I just like your basic bitch Chinese. Like nothing too go on, you go, go. Okay, I'll go. Yeah, like your basic Chinese that you get from the Chinese takeaway. So I was a little bit skeptical when she said the other day, let's go to Frinds, because I kind of find, I don't know, I don't really get on too well with proper Chinese restaurants. In fact, it probably doesn't make any sense, but to me it does. Don't really like proper full-on Chinese restaurants. I like a Chinese takeaway. However, went to Frinds the other day and I absolutely loved it. I don't think I actually mentioned why I mentioned Becca in the first place. The reason I mentioned Becca is because she took me there the other day, and before we went I was a bit like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like it kind of thing, because for all the reasons I explained, but I loved it. But before that, a few days before that, she took me to Ella's Cafe in town, which is the Vietnamese coffee shop, and once again I was a bit like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it kind of thing, and I loved it. It genuinely, I'm not exaggerating, in Colchester it is the best coffee shop you can go to. I don't know if you saw it in my spend the week with me vlog, which I posted I think 2 videos ago to this. I took mum there. She had the pumpkin spice latte, which she loves. I had the matcha latte, which we're going to be talking about matcha very soon when I get inside and I've got myself sorted. Talk to you more about that shortly, but yeah, I had the matcha latte. Anyway, I've just got back now. I've just been to the gym, as you will have seen. I am gonna go inside now. I'm gonna make my protein shake, have a shower, get dressed, and get ready for the afternoon. There's a couple of little bits I want to do this afternoon. I had a delivery from Amazon today, which you will have seen earlier, which I brought in. Little products which are going to help me on today's activity, something I want to get into to do with matcha. I'll tell you more about that shortly. Just going to go back inside now. Little boy, little icky like baby. Hector, you will never understand, and it kind of pains me a little bit, but maybe you do understand, but I don't think you will ever understand just how much I love you and how much you brighten up my day every single day. You're just the best thing in the world. All dogs are best things in the world. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased about you, but imagine that. Imagine, I don't know, being that excited to see someone. Oh, you're shaking with excitement. I'm shaking with excitement. I've been out for what? An hour and a half, and you're this happy to see me. I wasn't gone that long. Oh, I missed you. Did you miss me? Oh, baby boy. Love you. Gorgeous. Come on in. Hey, yo. Papa, oh, love you. Little boy, you are. Hey, do you want a wee-wee? Do you want a wee-wee? Do you want a wee-wee? So, ladies and gentlemen, you may have observed he has a bell. Hector, ring your bell. Good boy, good boy. In fact, I'm going to be a bit cheeky now. Right, wait, Hector. Right, wait. He didn't ring it too well because it was on the mat, but... Ring your bell. Hector, that was rubbish. Hector, ring your bell. Good boy, that was a proper ring. Good boy, ready? Good boy, go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Do you not actually want to wait? No? Go on then. You might be wondering, why does he have a bell by the back door? He has a bell by the back door because when he was a puppy, I trained him to ring a bell each time he wants to go for a wee. Makes him sound like a bit of a circus animal. But hear me out. It's not just because it provides me with a little bit of entertainment. It is primarily because when he was, to be honest, I could talk quite a lot about Hector's weeing routine because it's bizarre. He's not even in for a wee now. He has the strongest bladder of a dog I have ever known, and I really hope that carries through to his old age, and I hope that when he's older he's got just as good of a bladder as he does now, because sometimes I have had it before, and I'm not exaggerating now, my parents will vouch for me. We went to bed at 11 o'clock at night, or it might have even been 10:30 at night. I think it was, tell you what, no, it was about 10:30 or 11, it was the other week. My tooth, blimey, did you watch that vlog? That was the same vlog as the Ella's Cafe, when I took Mum to go to Ella's Cafe. I keep talking about Ella's Cafe. Ella is probably going to get an injunction put on me at some point because I keep going on about her. But that week, oh my gosh, my tooth was absolute agony, my wisdom tooth. I'll tell you a bit more about that later, I'll give you an update. But my tooth last week was absolute agony, and I was on codeine pretty much all week, and it made me super... I don't know if it was drowsy, but just pretty tired. I was useless. I was getting up pretty late. I felt like crap, basically. And one day I didn't get up until, I think I went to bed at, it was like 10:30 or 11 at night, and I got up I think it was like 2:30. That's awful, I know, but trust me, I wasn't feeling very well. I don't normally get up at 2:30. And Hector, he wouldn't go for a wee. He just wasn't interested in going for a wee. Bearing in mind, the last time he went for a wee was about 10 o'clock in the evening. He was quite happy to hold himself until 2:30. Then when it got to 2:30, I literally had to carry him outside and make him go for a wee because he wasn't interested. So bizarre. But yeah, sorry, I'm talking about Hector's wee. I don't know if he appreciates me talking about his weeing routine in such depth. But the reason I got the bell was because if I'm upstairs doing some work, or if I'm in another part of the house and I hear that bell going, I know that he needs to go for a wee, whereas he might be sitting there and I can't see him. I can't see that he's sitting there, but I hear the bell. So the bell was purchased so that Hector can let me know that he wants to go for a wee, and he uses it all the time. I remember when I trained him to ring the bell, he would just, part one was training him to ring the bell, obviously, but part two was kind of getting him to associate that when he rings that bell, it is to tell us that he needs a wee. So when he got the gist of ringing the bell, he would just ring the bell to get a treat. It took a while. The easy bit was getting him to learn to ring the bell, and the sentence ring your bell, he picked that up fairly quickly. But actually getting him to associate that with going outside to go to the loo, that's the bit that took a bit longer. Because as I say, he would just ring the bell to get a treat, and I don't really blame him either, to be honest. I would probably do the same if I was a dog. Alright, protein shake. With my protein shakes, I don't actually have almond milk with it, so this is just long life almond milk. I'll put that in the fridge when the current one runs out. But I bought that yesterday from Asda, because as you will have seen this morning, I'm getting into my health era of the year. And it's funny, health era of the year as we go into November, and we've got like 2 months left. Well, 1 month after November. But I put this in my smoothie this morning, and it tasted fantastic. What did I have in the smoothie this morning? I had almond milk plus almonds, a bit of honey, a banana, an avocado. I think that might have been it, and that was a really nice smoothie. But like I say, I don't normally have almond milk with my protein shake. I have this milk here again, so this is long life. I've currently got one in the fridge. I'll leave this out here, and then when I've used the one that's currently in the fridge, I replenish it and take one out of here. But I get this Rude Health, which is organic oat milk. I get it off of Amazon. I can't think for how much. I'll leave a link in the description. I can't remember how much it is, but you get quite a few cartons, and this stuff is, like I say, it's really good. It's also organic. There's not too much bad stuff in it. I think it's also gluten-free. Don't hold me to that. If you're gluten-free and you need some oat milk, do not rely on what I'm telling you. Just double check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think the main ingredients: spring water, organic gluten-free oats, organic cold-pressed sunflower oil, and sea salt. There's really not much bad stuff in that. So this is my favourite go-to plant-based milk that I have. And as I say, I have that primarily for my protein shakes after the gym, but I also quite like this in tea as well as coffee, like mochas. It froths really well, I find. Yeah, I can sleep better tonight now, just in case you are gluten-free and you're looking for some oat milk. It is indeed gluten-free, no added sugar, and it won the Great Taste Awards in 2021. Can I just quickly get your opinion? Feel free to leave a little comment. But if you do leave a comment and you think it's too small, please be nice. Don't take the pee too much. But this is sad. I think this is sad. This makes me sad. Mum and Dad got me this lovely, is it gilet or gilette? Gilet, I think it's, is it a gilet jacket? I think it's gilette from Reese. I think it was last year. Was it for my birthday? I can't remember when it was. Mum and Dad, no, it might have even been Christmas. I think it was Christmas a couple of years ago. And it's just small, and I think I've outgrown this. I do have another similar jacket upstairs, so it's not the end of the world. I can wear that jacket, but do you think I look a bit stupid? I look bloody stupid if I zip it up, but I'm just thinking, if you had a white top on underneath this, just a plain white top, could you get away with it, or do you think, Aaron, get a grip, time to let go? But I know stuff from Reese isn't particularly cheap. Well, it's not cheap at all. Not a fact of being particularly cheap. It's not cheap, and I feel like I never properly. I don't know. What do you think? I think done up, I look a bit stupid. Do you think? Undone? Can I get away with it undone? Do you think, or is it time to say goodbye to the jacket? I do like it. I don't really want to get rid of it. But as I say, I think if you wore just a plain white top underneath it, you might get away with it. I don't know, but feel free, leave a little comment if you like. Let me know what you think. As I was telling you in the car, I quite like matcha after having it the other day, and I bought some bits and bobs from Amazon to start making matcha at home. But my goodness, matcha is expensive. It's not cheap. I bought a little tub, so I've been guided on this. Somebody told me that with matcha you need to buy decent matcha because otherwise it can taste like crap. So I bought, how much was it? I'll double check this later. I'll check when I'm making the matcha. I think this tiny little tub of matcha was about £20, something like that, off Amazon. There was a different kind of matcha which I was recommended from Holland & Barrett. Can't think what it's called. But I'd have had to have driven into town and parked up to have got it. They do have it on Amazon, but it wouldn't arrive until I think it was like the third week of November. Like, what's that all about on Amazon? I can't be waiting 3 weeks for something on Amazon. That's mad. So yeah, I actually ended up counterintuitive, because what I could have just done is I could have driven into town, parked my car up, paid for parking, gone into Holland Barrett, bought that particular matcha and come home. But the matcha I bought, I worked it out earlier, it was actually more expensive than what it would have cost me to have just done literally what I explained to you. So that was a little bit silly. There's a couple of other bits and bobs that I was recommended to buy in order to make the matcha. So I'll show you that in a bit. It's 3 o'clock already. I want to make some matcha and I also want to bake a cake. So I looked at some recipes to make a matcha cake. I didn't know you can get matcha cakes, but you can get matcha cakes. So I want to do that as well. But I want to do all this before I go out later. So really, I've only got about 2 hours. I'm going to go and take Hector out for a walk now. It's not very nice outside, as I was telling you earlier. So I'm just going to take him for a walk around the estate. I'm not going to go to the field today because he'll get all wet and grubby. And then get back, make some matcha and make a matcha cake and then get ready. But my point as to why I've started recording at this particular moment is I might just wear this later. So this jumper, I do like this jumper. I like green. Harry tells me green suits me. What do you think? Do you think green suits me? I don't know. I do quite like green. Got it from Abercrombie and Fitch. I think when I also bought... No, I didn't. I was going to say I bought it when I bought my... In last week's vlog, I was talking about this coat I bought from Abercrombie and Fitch, and I thought I bought it when I bought that. But actually thinking about it, I didn't. I think I bought this on a separate occasion last year. Bought this last year from Abercrombie and Fitch on Regent Street. I really like it. It's really warm. And I'm thinking, I've got to do what I'm about to do, show the trousers. I could just move the camera, but if I do that, I have to move the line. It's a bit of faff. So I might just wear these like beige stone. What would you call that? I think beige. These beige trousers with the jumper. I think that is actually the outfit. I don't think I'm going to wear a shirt this evening. I think I'm going to go autumnal. That is the word, isn't it? I can never say it. I always say autumnal. No, autumnal. Autumnal. It's autumnal, isn't it? I think it's a bit of a autumnal jacket. I think it's a bit of an autumnal jumper to wear. So I think later on, I'm just going to wear this. I don't need to get dressed later on. I've just had my shower as well, so that'll do. Before I take this guy, let me get him. Here's the baby. Who's that? Is the vlog saying, hello vlog, how you doing? You alright? You northerner? Yeah, I am, lad. Hey, that's Scottish. I'm Scottish. Is this a Scottish accent? Hey, hello. Hey, vlog, how you doing? Hello, that's very kind. I didn't know you can talk and I didn't know you got that accent. Before I take him for his walk, very quickly, I'm just going to have a very quick snack because it won't be too long till we are out for dinner. I can't believe how quick the day's flown by. Let me just show you these, right? I bought these from Aldi a couple of weeks ago. If you like crackers, a bit of garlic, tomato, cheese, I've got the perfect thing to show you, right? 2 seconds. So this is, you don't have to like garlic and tomato, but if you like one or the other, then, and you like crackers, you should like this. So this is one of them. This is the garlic and parsley. And this is the tomato and oregano. All right? The first one I bought was this a few weeks ago, which I loved. Then I bought this one last week. I prefer this more to this, but this is very nice. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. And I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. So what is it? They're bruschetta. I love bruschetta, especially with any kind of cheese. It's like one of my favourite go-tos, especially at weddings, right? A lot of the canapes they do are bruschetta with some soft cheese, goat cheese, that kind of vibe. And this is pretty much the same thing. So delicately toasted, delicious and light snack breads with garlic and parsley. And this one is just the same, but this is, as I say, with tomato and oregano. Is it oregano? Yeah, oregano. But I do prefer this one. What I have it with, again, so this is, I'm not having a proper lunch today because, as I say, going out for dinner late this evening and I don't want to be full for dinner. So I'm just going to have a couple of these quickly, but I do just want to show you because if you're going to Aldi and you like the vibe of this, genuinely buy it because I think only £1 or something, maybe a little bit more than £1 or 2 perhaps. I don't think it's any more than £2. They're super cheap and you get a lot on them and they're super tasty. Does make your breath smell of garlic after though, just FYI, be aware. Up until now, okay, I have just been having these with goat's cheese. Goat's cheese, I think, is one of my favourite cheeses, and the good thing with goat's cheese is, I think I'm correct in saying this, double check if you're lactose intolerant, but isn't it the case that if you're lactose intolerant, You can have goat's cheese. Double check that. I'm not too sure if that's sure, but I know goat's cheese. I think your body processes it. I think your body processes it a lot easier than it does other dairy products. 2 seconds. So this one here, this is Lidl. I didn't realise Lidl do goat's cheese. I went there the other day to buy a couple of little bits and bobs, and I thought, do I do goat's cheese? Because the goat's cheese I bought previously when I bought these, I bought that goat's cheese from Aldi when I bought these, but I've obviously used that up now. But yeah, I managed to get that one in Lidl the other day. You can get soft goat's cheese as well as a harder goat's cheese. I think the harder goat's cheese you can use in like proper cooking recipe dishes, that kind of stuff. Whereas this soft cheese, obviously it's good to spread on things. So all I do, right, see that? Just get a little, say a little bit, I like to get quite a lot, but I'll just have a little bit for now, right? A little bit of goat's cheese there. You've got to be careful that you don't make this crumble with too much force. Put your goat's cheese, spread your goat's cheese on the bruschetta, and then I've taken this up a level since last week. I've not tried this yet, so this is the first time for both of us. 2 seconds. Sun-dried tomatoes. I thought sun-dried tomatoes on this would be quite nice, so let's have a quick taste test, shall we? They're quite big. They look like a heart. Doesn't look very appealing, does it, like that? Don't think I need all of that. Sun-dried tomato with the goat's cheese on the bruschetta. Let's try it. So this is the garlic and oregano. It's good. I don't know who wouldn't like that. It's just perfect. Do you want a walkie? He's frozen on the stairs. Can you see that? Do you want a walkie? Come on then. Come on then. Bizarre. Okay guys, just got back from walking Hector. Good job that wasn't a glass bottle. I think that's a plastic bottle. If that was glass, that would have been totally disastrous. I was going to say, let's undo the Amazon packages so we can get going with a matcha, but one of them has opened by itself, it seems. So let's see what was in that box. I assume this was, yep. Honestly, thank goodness that was a plastic bottle and not a glass bottle, because that would have gone absolutely everywhere. First up, we've got some vanilla syrup. Okay, so this was about £10. I bought this because it's good, I'm told again, so I'm not an expert at making matcha, but apparently you want some vanilla syrup in a matcha to make it a little bit sweet, so that is what I bought. The matcha that I could have bought from Holland & Barrett, that does already have vanilla in the matcha powder itself. I believe it's been blended in the powder as well as the vanilla syrup. So it's just one substance. But the one I've got, which you'll see in a second, I had to get some syrup separately. I assume you don't actually need to have vanilla syrup, but if you're like me, if you've got a little bit of a sweet tooth, then you might want some vanilla with it. And to be honest, that is a lot of vanilla. I can use that for different things, can't I? Could you use this in any drinks? Could you use that as a liqueur? I bought some butterscotch liqueur. Is this the liqueur? It's a syrup. Similar. The butterscotch liqueur, that is... can I say this? I'm about to swear, so this is your 5-second warning if you've got children nearby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I bought the butterscotch liqueur for a drink, a shot, called a cock-sucking cowboy, which we had in Australia last year, and it is butterscotch liqueur with Baileys, and it tastes amazing. So if you like Baileys, if you've got a sweet tooth, again I'm going to swear again, stand by. If you like Baileys and you like that kind of vibe when it comes to an alcoholic beverage, I think you'd quite like a cock-sucking cowboy. I don't think it's well known anywhere else in the world other than Australia. I think it's just an Australian thing, but it tastes amazing. It's one of my favourite drinks, and the butterscotch liqueur, mwah, beautiful. And I'm thinking, I could perhaps use this in some kind of similar drink, perhaps, because there's a lot to use up here. Okay, what else have we got? And we've also got. Oh my gosh, I just touched the matcha. You know, I was telling you that it's a small tub. It's a small tub. You wait till you see it. How much did it cost? Maybe it wasn't £20. Maybe it was cheaper. Right, so this matcha I bought was £20. £20.65, okay? And for £20.65, how much do you get? You may be asking. You get 30 grams for £20. Small tub, isn't it? It's ceremonial grade, is it? I'm sure it is. Yeah, ceremonial grade. It doesn't actually say it on here. It is organic matcha green tea powder, Japanese ceremonial grade, AAA matcha. Boost your energy and focus. Vegan and gluten-free. 30 grams for $20.65. Like I said, I was told it's expensive, so I think that's just how it is, unfortunately, with matcha. Apparently, the colour green in the matcha is a good representative as to if you've got good matcha or not. So I believe the darker the green, is it? Yep, I think if it's lower grade matcha, it looks a bit like urine, going by this picture. Dehydrated urine. Whereas this one, this is a... So the one you don't want, which is a lower grade matcha, is described as a yellowish green, whereas this one is described as a vibrant green. Let's have a look. Ooh, you've got a little can that you've got to... Just like a can of beans. Let's have a look. God, can you imagine if I spilt it everywhere when I undo this? Okay. Can you just... you see that? Oh, it smells nice. The fact it smells nice has got to be a good sign, do you think? I don't actually think you need to use too much matcha to make the drinks, so maybe this will last a fairly long time, perhaps. We'll see shortly when I follow the tutorial I'm going to watch. Smells good. And did you see all that kind of, it's not smoke, I don't know what you'd call that, but all the stuff, the particles floating in the air when I undone it? Hopefully that's a good sign. So that is the matcha. Blimey, guys, I've just looked. It wasn't £20. It was actually £22.95. They have it for £20, 65 if you do subscribe and save on Amazon. And then there's one other thing that hasn't arrived. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no, don't. Oh, I didn't. Oh. There's one other thing which hasn't arrived, which I thought I ordered and I didn't order. How annoying is that? Hector, chill, my man, chill. It's a little tea strainer. That's so annoying because I think that's quite an important ingredient. I think that's quite an important component in making matcha, and I didn't order it. I literally had it in my basket the other day, and obviously I didn't hit purchase. Right, this is going to probably be a bit of a fail now, but we started, so we'll continue. I'm going to order it later today for the future. That's really annoying. I don't have that. Bugger. I do have that. Hector! I do, however, have some balsamic glaze, which isn't for the matcha. I don't know if you saw my breakfast vlog the other day when I was showing you my go-to morning routine when it comes to what I have for breakfast most mornings and my coffee that I have most mornings. But I wanted some balsamic vinegar to pour over my my spinach and kind of over the avocado, and that wasn't glazed, so it didn't sit too well. It made it look a bit mushy and horrible. However, this stuff is the glazed stuff, so it will be more sticky when you put it on your dishes, which is what you want when you're doing that kind of thing with balsamic vinegar. So whilst I won't be using that today, At some point, I will let you know how I get on with that. Okay guys, this is the tutorial that I'm following. It's by Pastry Living with Aya, I think. Aya. Amazing matcha green tea sponge cake recipe. So ingredients, as you can see, 2 eggs here. Got my granulated sugar up there. I've got my cake flour mixed in with a matcha already. Some oat milk, and I've got some oil which I need to get out, but ingredients wise apparently that is all you need. I can't believe how much I've had to use out my tiny little pot. So that is the matcha mix with the flour. But my poor little pot, I feel like I've used half of it already, which is really sad because it's like £22. So yeah, like, I'm treating this like gold.
Add eggs in the bowl and sugar and immediately mix.
So 2 eggs, and then my sugar, put that in there. Whenever I do this, it's never been straightforward. I actually think this is older than me, this whisk. Okay, that was fairly easy. So I'm starting to think I might have gone a bit too crazy on the flour. But my first time, so live and learn, we'll see. Not too confident about this. I don't know if I've got enough mixture in there. It will rise a little bit, won't it? Because it's flour, but although it's not self-raising flour, so it will only raise so much. But Alexa, set me a timer for 25 minutes. Cake is getting there. There's a few little strange bubbles occurring, which I'll show you shortly. Starting to smell nice in the kitchen though, so hopefully it's going to taste the cake, fingers crossed. I'm now going to, very quickly, because I really am pushing it for time, it's 5 to 5. I'm going to try and make the matcha latte. Now the tutorial that I watched the other night, it was way more in depth than what I'm watching now, but I found what looks to be a really good quick video. So I'm going to try this. It's like a 2-minute matcha recipe. See how that goes. If it tastes nice, I'll leave the link in the description. So 1 teaspoon of the gold dust. So this is half a teaspoon. No, why am I putting it in? No, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm an absolute wreck. Doing it wrong already. I'm putting that into the coffee cup for some reason. Right, so what I ordered off Amazon was a tea strainer, a tea sieve thing, but I didn't order it. I thought I ordered it, so I didn't order it in the first place, sorry. I thought I ordered it, didn't arrive, because I didn't order it. Oh my God, that's complicated. I thought I ordered the tea strainer off Amazon, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to use this massive blooming strainer. So you've got to kind of strain the matcha into your... Well, I'm using a frother. Not everybody uses a frother apparently, but is that working? It is working. I'm using a frother. Push down on the frother. Get rid of all the lumps. Is it working? It is working. So one of the reasons I really want to get involved with this matcha stuff is because it's just so good for you. I've been reading up on it, and obviously good for energy, good for skin apparently. Oh my goodness, right? This camera is too good. I think you probably can see it. Hopefully you can't see it too badly, but I think you can probably see it. My skin at the moment is not great at all. I think whenever I enter into this time of year, my skin goes on protest. I think it's a little bit like me in terms of it not liking when it gets dark and the coldness and the dampness. And honestly, like this side of my face, I'm constantly, to be fair, throughout the year, I break out, but in particular when I hit October and like November, but especially October, and it happened in October, it's now healing, it's not as bad as it was, but when I go into October my skin hates me. So I've been drinking so much water recently just to try and stay on top of it. 3 years ago, before I met Harry, I had a really bad outbreak when I went into October and it was just awful. Thankfully it's not been as bad as that in a few years, and I'm hoping I've kind of kept it at bay to a degree. But yeah, so the reason I say that is I was reading up on it and they say matcha is good. Matcha is good. Matcha is good. I think it's matcha. Or was it matcha? I'm going to go with matcha. Matcha, one of the many benefits to matcha is that it is good for your skin. So, who knows? We'll give that a go. I hope that might cure me. Can you imagine? I might have like the best skin ever if I start drinking matcha regularly. And also that it's a slow release. So unlike coffee, which kind of gives you a bit of a rush all of a sudden, like, and then you crash, so to speak, once you've had your caffeine. With matcha, I was reading up on it and they say it's a slow release throughout the day. And yeah, this is just full of so much goodness. It's a good thing to have. So hopefully I can get the hang of it. The only thing though is it does seem like a little bit of faff to do, but this is my first time doing it, so that's probably why it feels like it's a load of faff. I guess if you know what you're doing, you've done it many times, you would kind of just do it within 2 minutes like this lady's doing. 2 seconds. So I've got to pop the water in to the max line, which is almost there, a little bit more. There we go. Put the frother over there. Turn that on, make sure it goes onto heat mode. Yep, there we go. Now apparently this saves you quite a lot of, why has it done that? Oh no, come on man. What's going on? Does it not like the matcha? I've had this before where it gets a little bit overwhelmed by the stuff around the frother. Please work. Okay, hopefully that's working. Yeah, because there's little tools you can buy to make matcha, which I don't have, but I do have this, and that speeds things up apparently. So fingers crossed that works. Just going to put half a tablespoon of the vanilla syrup just to provide that sweet touch. Smells nice. Do you want to smell? What do you think? Yeah, we'll just put about half in. Actually, nah. Go big or go home. This could be too sweet. This is trial and error. Like I said, it's my first time. I'm going to try 1 whole tablespoon of the vanilla syrup. Now we've got the frothed matcha. Oh, it smells good. It smells of goodness. The thing is, again, so it's really, what I've read up on this, it's quite temperature sensitive. Hopefully this isn't too hot. It's a bit of steam, but hopefully it's not too hot. Right, we'll pop that in there. Give that a quick stir so it stirs in with the syrup. And I think, I would have watched this, I think she adds, whereas I put the maximum amount of water in, I think you put the minimum amount of the liquid that you can put in. So this is the oat milk. Sorry Christine, I'm just going to pause you there. Be in America. I need to froth that milk, and then apparently that's it. That was super quick. I'm a little bit cynical about this because all the other videos and stuff that I've looked into says it takes a lot longer, so we'll see. While that's frothing, I'm just going to get Hector's dinner ready. Hector, dinner! So something else a bit peculiar about Hector. Talking about his wee earlier, now talking about his dietary requirements. He doesn't rush down for his dinner. Maybe I should, yeah, maybe that's because he doesn't love what he gets, but the meat he has, it's from Butternut Box, which isn't overly cheap. I think they put some good stuff into it, so as far as it goes, I think that's kind of about as premium as it gets for dogs, maybe not. And he has these fibre granules, which I've just put in to, you know, make his a bit harder. And he'll have the wet food, which I don't get now, and a little bit of broccoli. I've put that in the microwave for about 20 seconds, warms it up. Sometimes he'll have it straight away, sometimes he won't. He's a little bit peculiar with his food, but I've got a feeling, I've just called him for dinner. He's not come down, which makes me think he's in no rush for his dinner tonight. And the fact I'm going out later means he won't eat it when I'm out, because he's a bit strange like that, bless him. So maybe when I get in later tonight, he'll eat his dinner, but it will be cold then, I don't know, strange. The froth is done. Right, let's have a go. I don't think I'm gonna, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna fit all this milk in. Let me just pour some of this away, which really kills me, because as you know, 22 pounds. It looks pretty. Does it taste pretty? Oh, cake's done. It's very stressful all of a sudden the past few minutes. Alexa, stop. Thank you. Thanks for your help. happy with that. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's much better ways to do it and I've rushed it there, but for my first time, I'm really happy with that. Guys, I'll leave that link in the description. Hopefully it's useful to you as well if you want to make matcha, but for me, that's turned out okay. I think this is all to do with the flour. I'm just talking about the little bumps and lumps. It's so flat, but it's not all about size, is it? Yeah, don't get me wrong, it looks like a pancake. But if it tastes okay, who cares on the density? It smells good. I can't have it yet because I've got dinner in less than an hour. But we'll see. We'll let that cool down and I will let you know later on tonight when I get home how that tastes. Just to show you guys, this is the video that I just watched by Christina DeSantis, how to make a matcha latte at home, my easy 2-minute matcha recipe. And honestly, it tasted really good, so definitely check out this video if you want to learn to make matcha in 2 minutes. Right, look who's just appeared from downstairs. He's come down from his lair. Come get your dinner. Come on in, good boy. Come in, Hector. Come on in. No, wrong room, my friend. That's it. In you go. Dinner time. Good boy. You watch. Good boy. No, go on, go on. Oh, please, go on, go have your dinner. Good boy. Go on. Oh, please have it. Come on. Good boy. Have your dinner. This is ridiculous. Go on. Have your dinner. Please. Because it makes me feel guilty because I know for a fact that when I go out you won't eat your dinner and you're going to go hungry. Please eat your dinner. The cheese tax. You watch. The cheese tax is going to work. I bet you. This will change things. The lengths I go to make you eat your dinner. Okay guys, the good news is I am pushing it for time, which isn't the good news, but the good news is I'm already dressed, so I don't need to change that. 2 seconds. So I don't need to get dressed because I got dressed early after my shower, after the gym. I'm wearing this out. I've decided I quite like this outfit. Let that settle. Blimey. Hector's currently standing at the door to my bedroom, staring at me. He knows I'm going out. I think he might have ate all his dinner, you know. Just because it wouldn't have taken him that long to eat just the cheese. I think he's had it all, which is really good. I'll let you know. A little bit of the old hairspray. Just a little hairspray. Wrong way. Is it coming out? Yeah. Is it coming out? Oh, it's coming out that way. There we go. Christ. Oh. Right. Does anybody else who has a dog feel bad when they go out because you're leaving your dog? That'll do. And then I think that'll do. I've got my shoes out, I've got my jacket out. He knows I'm not sticking around. This is the jacket I was wearing earlier when I walked Hector. This is also from Abercrombie & Fitch. When did I buy that? Separate occasion to the jumper. Sounds like I go to Abercrombie & Fitch a lot, but I actually don't. I think like maybe 3 times in the past 5 years. 5 or 6 years. Remember years ago, Abercrombie & Fitch used to be the go-to cool shop for clothing. Do you remember they used to have people with insanely picture-perfect bodies, like topless outside and inside the stores? And they used to be really dark as well inside the stores. And they used to spray the fragrances of Abercrombie & Fitch. And I think maybe Hollister, because they used to be joint, didn't they, I think? It's very different now. You don't get any of that, do you? They're a little bit mucky. They need to be cleaned. But I'm just going to wear my white Reese trainers with this outfit. I'm going for a fairly casual look. Hopefully I don't get too hot in the restaurant. Lee is very kindly, my brother, is dropping me into town. He should be here in just a few minutes. Oh. Final outfit check. There we go. Chinos. They chinos? They are chinos. Chinos, white trainers, green jumper. And would you say that's an olive jacket? I'm going to go with olive and an olive jacket. And I just need a quick spray. This is, what's that? Bottega Veneta? Is that Bottega? Bottega Veneta? I think it is. Breathe that in. Right, guys, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to talk to you tonight whilst I'm out, so if I can, I will. But if not, I will chat to you properly when I get back. Bless him, I feel bad. Here he is, look. I love you lots, and I'll be back before you know it, okay? Just have a nice, relaxing evening on your own. We all need a bit of me time every now and then. And tonight, it's yours. Bless you. Yeah, you can, yeah, go for it.
Why don't we spin it?
Spin it.
Spin it.
I know what problem I've apparently got. Cheers. I'm allergic to cats. The cat cafe is next to it there, isn't it? Or is it further down that way? This, I think we have. But this is Alice Cafe, guys, right?
Yes, every time we come.
You've got to go. This is my favourite coffee shop. It's so, honestly, it's so nice. The decor inside, everything about it. Oh, let's see. They're nice.
They're nice.
Hold on, oh, Matt, focus. Hold on, go back. Easy. Go on, yeah, go for it. Lovely. We've got a whole selection.
Oh,
Look at that one, like the ball.
that's very professional.
Look at that. He knows what he's doing.
I don't know what's doing me out. It's just the awkward in the pocket thing.
Did you say where?
I said I always get confused where you live, Aaron. Like I still use my sat nav to get to your house.
Really?
Yeah.
All these years on?
Yeah.
Connie. It smells nice in here.
It does smell.
It smells nice. Is that your aftershave or is that an air freshener?
Possibly.
Nice.
Sure, just funny.
Whatever it is, smells nice.
I bet Hector is.
I bet Hector is. It's gonna be so.
Is this I bet he doesn't have many nights alone.
He doesn't have any nights. I sort of said to him earlier, I said when I was leaving, I said, this is going to do you a little bit of good. Having four.
He was just sat there crying.
He would be crying, don't please don't say that, makes me feel awful. But I said to him, this is your night of self-pampering. Enjoy it.
I can just imagine him whining all night.
I don't think he wouldn't whine, he would just lay there, feeling very sorry for himself that he's on his own. Have a good night. Thank you, mate. Take care, bye-bye. Hello. Told you, not interested in me. Alexa, stop. Yeah. Oh, look how excited he is. Hector, you're crazy. I told you, not the slightest bit interested in me, just you. Oh, Hex. Hector, we've got company for the night. You okay? You okay? Have you ever met a dog that gets that excited?
He's so cute.
I always think it's nice to take their collar off at night because I can imagine it's the same as a woman taking off her bra. He's not calming down. Oh, that's it, yeah. Is that nice? Connie, it would be an honour for me if you were willing to try some of my matcha cake that I made earlier.
I'm coming. What? You don't look good. In terms of cake, right, let's just take a step back. It's a bit flat. It's my first impression.
Yeah, but pancakes are
It's a
flat.
little bit green.
It's the green doesn't matter. It's because it's matcha. Matcha
Oh, is
is
it
green.
meant to be a pancake?
No.
Cake's meant to be thick and fluffy.
This is
Did
true.
you just not do?
I
Did
don't
you just
think
use
I-
an extra wide pan?
I think
for
I did.
minimal
I think I did.
ingredients? Okay.
I think I did.
Fair enough. I shall accept that.
Smell it?
I don't smell anything.
You're joking. It does. It smells of a fresh cake.
I can't smell anything.
Well, we'll try some, shall we? I think it smells like. Honestly, it smells of cake. I don't know what Connie's talking about. Can you really not smell
I can't
anything?
smell anything.
Try this bit. It's so tempting just to whack it in your face when you're smelling it.
I can't smell anything.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll try a bit.
Oh. Want me to cut it?
Do you mind? It's because I'm holding the camera. It's a little bit hard.
Blimey, I'm getting a bit of a workout on my wrist yet. Why did we just decide it was pizza cake?
Just
Because you don't
I
normally
want.
cut a cake like this.
You
do
don't. Well, I think just half a bit there.
So I'm not sure how this is going to go. Are you trying it at the same time? Or?
You go first.
It just tastes like a
Sponge.
Yeah, sponge cake. And I can't taste anything different than a normal cake. Can you? To me, it just tastes like cake. But I've never tried matcha before, so maybe I can't taste the matcha in it.
It's funny Connie mentions that you never tried it, because I was supposed to say earlier in the vlog, when I was making my matcha earlier, it's one of those drinks, because it's so expensive to buy, I wouldn't offer it to people. Like if someone came round, what do you want to drink? What you got? I wouldn't tell them they could have a matcha because it costs too much to
Why
buy.
is it so expensive?
I just think it's how they make it and they source it. I should have put some of the vanilla syrup in the mix, perhaps, just to give it a bit more of a sweet taste, do you think?
I feel like maybe the matcha's in it for the goodness rather than the taste.
I'm glad that you could be here to try it with me. And this is an unexpected surprise that Connie is with me.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning. I'm surprised we lasted till 2 o'clock in the morning.
It does not feel like 2 o'clock. It feels more like 10.
I agree. To be honest, I could have had more drinks.
I could have gone hard. We were at the perfect level.
We were,
Like,
yeah.
I'll have no hangover tomorrow.
It was lovely to see Rory and Aaron, wasn't it? We've not seen them.
About 2 years?
No, more than that. 3 years?
No,
3-4 years, I reckon.
about 2.
3.
No, about 2.
3.
No, about 2.
I think it was 3.
It's definitely not been longer than 2.
In phase, I had sweet and sour tofu, which was great again. You didn't really like the tofu, did you? I let Connie try some, but you weren't really
It
into
tasted
it.
like a wet wipe. That's the only. It's the texture of it. It tasted like wet wipes.
It does not taste like a
It
wet
does.
wipe.
It was like it could. I couldn't. It just kept chewing. It didn't like break down very easily.
Wow,
It just tasted like a wet wipe.
I personally don't think it tastes like a wet wipe. I quite enjoyed the sweet and sour tofu. I would love for you to try the tofu I had in Amsterdam. If you thought the phase one wasn't great, you should try the one I had in Amsterdam. It was disgusting. It was a lovely night, wasn't it?
I'm just so shocked that
It was almost half past 2 in the
I've
morning.
never been out till 2 a.m. without being like really drunk.
Smashed.
And I wasn't. And I, like, this is just a testament to the company because we were out till so late and I didn't need to be drunk to get out that late. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that's probably pretty much.
I'm quite tired
I'm
now.
quite tired as well. If you feel like subscribing,
Subscribe.
I'm trying to reach. Obviously, like 1,000 subscribers is the goal here. And if you fancy, if you've enjoyed watching the vlog, please do consider subscribing because I would appreciate it. It would help me get to that 1,000 mark. Thank you for watching this vlog. I now need to go upstairs and change my bed sheets at 2:30 in the morning.
I'm not that precious, Aaron.
No, I am.
Why? How dirty?
No, I didn't mean that. I meant like if I was staying in someone else's bed, I would want fresh bed sheets. Is that really diva-ish of me? Do you not
Yeah,
think?
but like I'm not a diva. So
No, you're not.
I'm really not.
No,
That
but do you know? But is that
It depends how much you sweat in the night. If they stink of BO, then
No, they
fair
don't.
enough.
No, they don't. But I know if it was me sleeping in someone else's bed, like a friend, I would appreciate fresh bed sheets. So I'm gonna sort that out for you now. I think he's gonna want to sleep with you tonight.
Oh yeah, can he?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna want. He's so happy. Right, folks. Thank you very much for watching the vlog. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Say night night.